I'm back! It's me, Zach, by the way. Can't believe I didn't say my name. You're here to play main quest, Kingdoms of Amalur again. Really sure I mispronunciated that. Anyway, get on with the main quest.
Aye?
How did Tuatha track me?
It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then you... Damn it. I thought I had my life figured out. I know. It's just... I wasn't always the man I am now. In my youth, I was quite the warrior. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds. The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse. My own death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown. Killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end. But I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're right. My glory days don't have to be over. And as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone. Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town, complete with some way of scrying your location. That's how they found you so easily. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work.
How often are you drunk?
These soldiers were sent out with one purpose. Finding you and making sure you stay dead. Everything else, the Well, Arden, Hughes, have all been collateral damage. They're using something big to track you. They call it the Eyes of Tirnoch. Smash it, and they won't be following you anymore. The main entrance is heavily guarded and will require a strong attack. The other route is trapped. It'll need a subtler approach. Good, good. I'll charge in the front and get their attention. You slip in and smash the Eyes of Tirnoch. That way we'll make sure they can't escape to report back to whoever sent them here. Good luck.
Oh.
I'd love to chat, but don't we have more pressing matters?
Yeah, but the quest marker's on top of you.
Let's track down some trouble.
Aye?
What I have to say, last night, Game of Thrones is awesome! But now... Oh, that's really loud. I have to wait 7 days to see another episode. And then I'll be really hyped and I'll see that episode. Then I'll have to wait another 7 days. Now just be patient. Where are we going?
This is their escape route. It'll have traps, but few guards. You might be able to use their defenses against them, if you're clever. I'll distract the guards at the
Like a
front
cat.
and make sure none of them escape. Good luck. I'll see you inside.
Didn't really spec into stealth, so I'll try this way. Oh, screw it.
So, it dies. Mortal.
You also get this ability for speccing into might magic. Yeah, you guys just keep fighting. Don't need to go that way.
Over here, what desires.
Come on, don't just stand there if you're not impressed.
The undying mortal immortal has grown tired of running, has she? Decided to fight back? Can you tell me the difference between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself? We children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death, all serve the cycle. You children of dust do not know your place. You come into our land. You come to face your hunters. And you don't know when to die. You shall learn. In time, all mortals will know the might of Gadflow, blessed herald of the merciful Tyrnarch. All mortals end, even if some are more persistent than others. At least the Tuatha won't be able to track you so easily now. But it looks like you've got the personal attention of their king, Gadflow. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You're doing well, so far. You've blinded them here, and they haven't killed you yet. And much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny should hold some answers for you. For all I know, you've already met her in the House of Ballads. But it sounds like she's the only lead now. We should be able to get out this way.
Oh crap. And alright, another. Nah. Maybe I'll just go there. See what she has to say, then I'll end it. Could just edit out me talking right there. Second thoughts. There she is.
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up. This is Glionel, Lore Master of the House of Ballads. Give the Codex over to him, and he may have your answers. Lore Master Glionel has devoted centuries to the study of lore and ancient Fae stories. The Codex he found isn't just any lore stone. Just talk to him, and I'm sure he'll be able to shed some light on the issue. Be on your way.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. She speaks very highly of you. An occasion rare enough to be worth recording in its own right. But let's see this Codex. The fabled Codex of Destiny. When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift, but why did it reveal itself to you? Nonsense. All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end to the endless. This is simply too much. The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom. I'm sure you think it is. I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. A perfectly created one, perhaps, but a forgery nonetheless. But this Codex speaks of impossible things, changes to fate, death of the immortals, and other heresies. To ascribe these lies to the High King would be... I'm sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only its author can tell you. Do not bother me with such foolishness again.
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories, but show him something truly new, and he dismisses it. Tragic. First of all, we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change, and you are certainly something new. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with the Codex. The High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are permitted in its gardens. I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone. Nirelem is a private person, and he carries a grudge against me, although perhaps person isn't the right word for him, nor is him. You'll find him in southeast Dalantoth at Caer Nirelem. Just head towards the giant tree.
I love camera
and,
angles that
well,
don't
you'll
quite
see.
work out.
You'll have to meet him on your own. I'd accompany you, but Nirelem and I have our disagreements. Good luck with Nirelem, and ignore anything he says about me.
Oh, there we go. Another successful main quest. But until next time. Bye. Don't know why I say that.